Hi, welcome back. Today we're pretty much going to be going through my shelf and deciding what I'm going to read for autumn. I really enjoy basing my TBRs on the seasons. I am in the biggest classics mood that I've been in all year, which is not surprising. And I'm also going to warn you now, I don't know how short this TBR will be because I don't really like to load my TBR. I will have a lot of books that I want to read, and you can see all of them on my Goodreads, but I never tell myself I have to read a book in a certain month or something like that. So I'm going to tell you the books that are on my autumn TBR, but knowing me, like 3 or 4 of them will be read. We're going to look at my classics section first because that's really what I'm the most excited to read this autumn. I think I want to read Northanger Abbey. I'm not really sure what it's about, but I want to read something by Jane Austen. Speaking of, look at these amazing editions I have of Pride and Prejudice and Persuasion. Cartoon covers, mass market paperbacks, which I call mini books. I'm going to warn you now, if I have any more mass market books that I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to call them mini books. So I don't need anybody correcting me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Gorgeous. This is the Austen that I'm the most excited to read, honestly. Second chance romance will make it Jane Austen? I think so. I did haul a few new books, so those are definitely going to be on my fall TBR. I know for a fact I want to read Beloved by Toni Morrison in October. I'm specifically saving this for October because this may be my Halloween read. As you can see, I started it at one point and I was like, no, I have to save this for October specifically. Okay, we're making some progress. We have 1 book on the stack. I know for a fact this fall I also want to read Vagabonds by Olagusa Osundi. This is a short story collection. Another short story collection I know I want to read. Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I almost forgot that I bought this book. I almost forgot. We're going to try to have a stack going on, and then I'll read y'all a little bit of the synopsis and stuff like that. The Final Strife, The Vanquishers, Secret of the Reaping. This is an advanced reader copy that I have, and it's a middle grade. I'm going to add it to the stack. Almost There by Ferrara Shawn. Adding it to the stack. I think that's a solid stack. I don't think we need to add anything else. I don't even want to disappoint you like that, Queen. It's getting spooky. So, not on my physical TBR, we have The Picture of Dorian Gray. That's written by Oscar Wilde, by the way. I'm pretty sure that is about a guy who like trades places with his painting. Like his painting grows old and actually like forms wrinkles and stuff like that, and he stays like the same age, or he keeps his youthfulness while the painting ages, and the painting like hides his mistakes and regrets and stuff like that. I'm so intrigued by the premise of that book. I'm probably gonna buy that. I'm probably gonna buy both of the books that are not on my physical TBR because they're classics and I tend to like to annotate classics. So The Picture of Dorian Gray, definitely gonna read that. And I'm also probably gonna read Northanger Abbey. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. I don't know the title of it. But that's written by Jane Austen. I'm actually going to be reading that for the Game of Thrones book club with Emma and Carolyn. I love them both so much. Their channels are my reason for living. Now for the physical stack. Here is the stack. I own all these books. None of these are library books. I do have Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I probably will read this book. Every time I think about it, everyone has said this is a fantasy book with rival journalists. I'm probably gonna read it. After centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again. But 18-year-old Iris Winnow, 18, wants to hold her family together. Oh, so she's competing in this columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. To combat her worries, Iris writes letters to her brother and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold, handsome her I'm stuttering. Her cold and handsome rival at the paper. I'm like blushing. When he anonymously writes Iris back, the two of them forge a connection that will follow Iris all the way to the front lines of the battle for her brother, the fate of mankind, and love. Divine Rivals is an epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope and heartbreak and the unparalleled power of love. I know this is a duology. I'm probably gonna read this. Then we have a book that's honestly been on my TBR for a hot second. Almost There by Farrar Rashan. This is part of the Twisted Tales series, where pretty much this whole series is all of the Disney movies but reverse them. Like, what if they did the opposite instead of what they actually did? So this one is about Princess and the Frog, and it's what if Tiana actually took the deal with Dr. Facilier. I'm intrigued. The Women of Brewster Place. This is written by Gloria Naylor, and this is one of my mom's favorite books. And I was going to do an entire vlog on my mom's favorite books. Let me know if y'all want that. I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to still do it. This one is about this group of women that live together in this apartment complex. Oh, this is Gloria Naylor's debut. Gloria Naylor weaves together the stories of 7 women living in Brewster Place, a bleak inner city sanctuary created by a powerful moving portrait of the strengths, struggles, and hopes of Black women in America. Vulnerable and resilient, open-handed and open-hearted, these women forge their lives in a place that in turn threatens and protects a common prison and a shared home. Naylor renders both loving and painful human experiences with simple, eloquent, and uncommon intuition. Her remarkable sense of community and history makes The Women of Brewster Place a contemporary classic and a touching and unforgettable read. I got this for $6, by the way. Just have to brag a little. So is this short stories? I guess this is short stories too. I didn't mean to put this many short stories on this TBR. I'm very, very excited to read this book. Then we have The Vanquishers, Secret of the Reaping by Kaylin Barron. Boog and her best friends Cedric, Jules, and Aaron, aka the Squad, stick together no matter what. Now that vampires have returned, they'll need to take their Vanquisher lessons more seriously than ever. But who is behind this return of the undead? Oh. When strange disappearances begin across their community, and the Department of Vampire Affairs not so subtly warned Boog's mom to keep about the vampires returning, it looks like uncovering the truth won't be so easy. The Squad is eager to kick some undead, but will they be able to convince their parents that they are ready to fight alongside the Vanquishers? Oh, this sounds good. So this is a middle grade, and it's only like 200 pages, so I should be able to fly through this pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Then we have a recent haul of mine, The Final Strife by Sarah El-Arifi. Sila dreams of her days growing up in the Resistance, when she was told she would spark a revolution that would free the empire from the red-blooded ruling class's tyranny. A spark that was extinguished the day she watched her family be murdered before her eyes. Anur has been told she's nothing. Oh, by the way, I have heard that this is a sapphic romance. Supply. I'm excited to read this. Hold on, let me read this to you. Let me read this to you. Okay, Anur has been told that she's nothing, no one, a disappointment, by the only person who matters, her mother, the most powerful ruler in the kingdom. But when Sila and Anur meet, a fire burns between them that could consume the kingdom and their hearts. Oh. Wait, I'm very excited for this. I got the audiobook for this recently. And I know this is a duology too. The second book is called The Battle Drum. That's high on my TBR. Then we have another short story collection, Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I have not read In the Dream House yet. I do plan to. I just haven't done it yet. Oh, this is her debut. Carmen Maria Machado demolishes the borders between psychological realism and science fiction, comedy and horror, fantasy and fabulism. Here are 8 startling stories that map out the realities of women's lives and the violence visited upon their bodies. All of this stuff is like sounding 10 times better now that I'm making this video, I'm not gonna lie. God should have made girls lethal when he made monsters of men. Elizabeth Hayward. This may be where it's at this fall. Another recent haul of mine and another book at the tippy top of my TBR, Vagabonds. In much of Nigeria, vagabonds are those whose existence is outlawed. The queer, the disabled, the footloose, and rogue spirits. Elagusa Osundi's brave, fiercely innovative novel traces a wild array of characters for whom life itself is a form of resistance. Blending unvarnished realism with myth and fantasy, Vagabonds is a vital work of imagination that takes us deep inside the hearts, minds, and bodies of a people in duress and in triumph. This sounds so good too. I think we're picking out a pretty solid TBR. And my bookmark kind of matches the cover. Last but not least on this TBR, I have Beloved by Toni Morrison, the book we've all been waiting on me to get to. I'm probably most excited to read this one. Like I told you, I'm in a classic mood right now. I'm in a Toni Morrison mood right now. That's what I need in my soul right now. But I'm saving it for October. I'm saving it for the week of Halloween specifically. Beloved is a story set in post-Civil War Ohio of Sethi, an escaped slave who has risked death in order to wrench herself from a living death, who has lost a husband and buried a child, who has bore the unthinkable and not gone mad, a woman of iron eyes and a backbone to match. Sethi lives in a small house on the edge of the town with her daughter Denver, her mother-in-law, baby Suggs, and a disturbing, mesmerizing intruder who calls herself Beloved. I think Beloved is like a ghost or something. I watched a TED Ed video on why you should read Beloved, and that's the reason why I initially became interested in it. Like I said, do not count on me to read all of these. I'd honestly be shocked if I read all of these. But here's everything that I plan on reading. I'm very excited to read all of these now that I've made this video and I've re-looked at all of the synopsis. And let me know how much you enjoy these types of videos, because I really don't make monthly TBRs that much anymore because it actually stresses me out. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you plan to read this fall, this autumn. What have you already read this kind of autumnal? Leave all of your fall book recommendations in the comments. I'd love to hear about it all. Love you. See you soon.